Dan, thanks so much, brother, for joining us today. We're excited to have you. This is going to be an excellent presentation because whereas the vast majority of people right now do e-com, you're going to come with us from the perspective of someone who started in e-com and then built a new foundation on top of that e-com background. So before we get into that, tell us your story.
What's up, man? So a lot of, in a nutshell, I've had my ups and downs as an entrepreneur. I've done a lot. I've had a lot of businesses. I've had, I've done airbrush body painting at the circus. Okay. I've done everything. Okay. I swear to God. So at one point, back in 2011, I was doing like 30 grand a month with affiliate marketing with electronic cigarettes. Mm-hmm. And then that was all like SEO, right? So when that all crashed, I lost all that income. I went and I got in the nightclub business and I owned 2 clubs. And that's where I started to learn Facebook ads. And then I got really good at those with that, blew my clubs up, sold them for a huge profit. And then I went into e-com. And I had a t-shirt company, like the hardest possible thing you can do in e-com is like t-shirts. And it was called Dork Tees. And I had a Shopify store that did really well. And I had an Amazon store that did like insanely well. And the 2 main sources of traffic for that were viral blog posts because like it was like a nerdy t-shirt company. I'm a huge nerd. Okay. Like everything I have is like Batman, So the 2 ways we got traffic were, number one, I did this one blog post. It got like 2 million views. And all I did was at the end of a Walking Dead episode, I was like, Glenn isn't really dead. Here's 6 reasons why. And number 6 is rock solid proof or whatever. And so it got shared. All I did was share it in the Walking Dead groups and it went viral. And at the bottom of the post, it just said, if you love The Walking Dead, you'll love this shirt. And I had a shirt and it had like a Rick Grimes silhouette. And it was like, what was it? Keep calm and walk on. Okay. Just simple shit like that. Yeah. And, So anyway, we did that. And the first day that went viral, I did 6,000 in sales that day. So that was cool. But then, you can't always go viral. You have to have dependable traffic. So I did Facebook ads and I did Facebook ads to my Shopify store. And I also did ads to a free plus shipping funnel with my shirts. And that did really, really well. Eventually I just got sick of the e-com model for me personally, because I'm just too lazy to deal with it. I like every time I would get an email and somebody was like, oh, I need to exchange a size, Amazon or whatever, I just freaked out. I didn't like it. We had Chinese sellers bootleg our shirts and sell them on our listings on Amazon. And that became a several month battle. So eventually, and then one of my machines, because I actually owned the t-shirt company, like I had all the machines, I had thousands of shirts in like, I mean, it was,
Was this in your house or in a warehouse?
I rented a house and put it all in the house. Okay. Look at my hands like this right here. You see that? Yeah. That's from Plastisol and printing t-shirts.
No way, dude.
They're still fucked up from that. So anyway, what happened was one of my t-shirt machines broke and it was like a $30,000 machine. And I just threw my hands up in the air. I sold everything for like pennies on the dollar. I just got out of the business and I got into digital products and I took my knowledge of paid traffic and of Facebook ads that I learned and I perfected in owning local businesses and in doing e-com, which I think is like probably one of the harder things in Facebook ads. And I used it for digital products and I ended up crushing it. And I sold a course on how to run Facebook ads basically you create your own local marketing agency, doctors, lawyers, chiropractors, restaurants, real estate agents, and you charge them a fee to run ads on Facebook. And so, it was a Facebook ads course basically. And I did $2.3 million in the past just coming up on 12 months now.
Congrats.
And that's like all 90% profit. And I ain't got to do no t-shirt sizes. So I'm like super happy. And I know we were talking about it earlier. I bought this beautiful, like freaking McMansion on the water, 3 stories, beautiful, like all glass windows. Of course, there's a hurricane barreling at it right now, so that's fun. But like sign the closing documents, and then a hurricane comes. But anyway, but here's the funny thing: a lot of the stuff I used in ecom that worked amazingly well, literally the same techniques work for digital products. You just apply it to digital products. So what I'm going to kind of share today are some ninja techniques that have really served me well in that space and selling shit on Facebook ads.
Awesome, man. Dude, excited. I'm going to pull my video so it doesn't cause any lag.
Okay, great. So I'm going to first of all, I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you one thing we did here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so it's an old account of mine. This was from a while ago. This is the most ecom related. So can you see everything in here?
Yeah, I can see that, man, just fine.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain these numbers so that you know what you're looking at here. And I'll see if I can actually kind of make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is a very simple abandoned cart ad. Let me just start by saying that, video views, probably one of the best campaigns you can run is a viral style video. And I like to do square videos, demonstrating how cool a product is. And then you retarget them relentlessly. People that watched a certain amount of the video, whatever. That's like a basic, and I mean, a lot of people, teach that method. And that's a great method. But here's one thing that I do that has really helped a lot. So on an abandoned cart ad, what I will do is, and let me just show you the funnel. This is the funnel right here. And all this funnel is, it's a cheat sheet funnel. And basically what I do is I give away this complete morons guide to easy Facebook ad clients to pay. So they get this guide, and then they go to this offer right here. And this is a $47 offer, and it's called Killer Ad Copy, okay? And I just filmed it on my iPhone this is actually my old house, my old shitty house. So I filmed it while my wife was in the shower, and it was like it's like a minute and a half, and I just threw it together. So you'll notice something here. You notice how there's a timer. Okay. Yeah. And it starts at around 11-ish minutes. It's a $47 offer. I put social proof on here. I put in here what you're going to get and everything. And I used to do this with my ecom stuff. Basically, when I brought you to a page after you got something for free, like for instance, I used to do stuff like, for Walking Dead shirts, I would do like, because I know how fanatical those fans can be, I would do something like the top 10 Walking Dead set locations you must visit before you become a walker or before you die or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I give them this funny guide or the ultimate guide to surviving the Walking Dead if it really happened or whatever. And then I send them to a page where I'm like, hey, if you like this guide, which is in your email, by the way, check out this shirt, right? So I did a lot of that, or I would retarget from video views or however I got them there, but I would always use timers because here's the thing. This is $47, okay? And when you have 11 minutes or 7 minutes or something like that, that's really just enough time to go find your wallet, get your credit card, go and click the button here, type it in, and actually check out. You don't really have a lot of time to think about it, okay? And that timer is dependent upon the price. So if it's like $47 or under, I like to do 7 to 11 minutes. If it's something that's more, I might increase it. If it's something that's like $9.97, like a course, then I'll do like 7 days, okay? But if you notice here, when you go to this page, it starts at 7 minutes ish. I always start at like 7 minutes and 4 seconds, so it looks as real as possible. And it is real. Like once this timer runs out, it takes you, it will actually remove this checkout box here, and it'll take you to a page where you can still buy this, but it's $97. Okay. And then when that timer runs out, it'll take you to a page where it's completely sold out. Okay. And this is all automated. All right. So basically from here, they can check out. Okay. Now here's the thing. This product, and this is one thing about e-commerce that a lot of people I think miss, is that you can't just sell something that's $20. You got to have some sort of way to sell people more shit. All right. So what I did with my t-shirts right before my company went down what was working was I would do a free plus shipping offer. Then I'd sell them 3 more shirts for like $20. And then I would do a continuity program, which was $30 a month. And you got 2 mystery t-shirts every month. So like you got to have a back end, or your product is something that maybe you have to buy over and over, or there's more products that they can buy to get the most out of your money. Okay. Unless you just go super viral on like what are those things, fidget spinners or whatever. Yeah. I mean, then maybe you can make some good money on the front end, but most e-com buyers, in my experience, buy more than once if you have your stuff set up correctly. So basically, the timers are the key here. Now, they get a thank you page, all that. So this actually leads to, when they purchase, this leads to a login area where they can watch the videos. And I make sure to over deliver. And in the area, I encourage them to check out my core product. Okay. So with that said, in the ads manager, I want you to notice something here. I spent $135 on this ad. Okay. Because this was a one-time promotion. So we only spent $135. This right here, this $235 is what we made directly as a result of people who were, they were on this page right here, but they didn't check out. Okay. And so I made a profit, but here's the interesting thing. I made another $185 off another $37 product. I made $398, which is actually $398 per month, off of a pay plan thing I have, but I made $12,961 off my core product. Okay. And this all came from $135 in ad spend. Now, how cool is that?
Dude, that's incredible. So you're doing major cross promotions, major upsells. You're just bringing them in through a door that is one that they want to open.
Right. But let's say for a moment that you don't have all that set up and you just want some actionable advice right now. That's fine. Here's what you do. On your abandoned carts, and this works, this has always worked for me. I'm going to show you some of my cold ads that I did back when I owned my t-shirt company. But let me show you the abandoned cart, the retarget, that's where the real money's at. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to show you this. This is an old account. Let me actually just go to here we go, right here. Okay, so what I do is this, and pay close attention to the details. So I take, if you'll notice here, when people go to checkout, the phrase familiar imagery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but explain it. Explain it. That's why.
Sure, of course. So some people would say, logos don't matter or whatever. And that, I guess you could argue that that's true. But if you'll notice here, I always have this logo very pronounced. It's up here at the top left. In fact, I probably should even put it at the bottom, to make it even more pronounced. You'll notice that you'll notice that it's at the bottom here. So when they go to checkout, they see it, and there's another logo right here. Really, I should have it at the top even. But my point is, they've, oh, there you go, offer expired. Not to sidestep, but once they see this offer expired, now they click the button and they go to a new page where it's $97, but I visited it earlier, so expired. But anyway, this logo is easy to remember because it's a very simple design. People don't remember things that are, crazy complicated designs. Maybe just because I used to own a t-shirt company, I know this, but if you do a simple 1 or 2 color design like this right here, this killer ad copy logo, people remember it. So what I do here is in the ad, listen, in the ad, I do a square video, and I just use something like OBS, and I point in the beginning of the video, I will point at the logo here, and I do these 2 bright bars, top and bottom, and I put the logo here because it's familiar imagery. So if you're scrolling through your Facebook feed and you notice familiar imagery, your brain will instantly say to your eyes and your body and your mind and whatnot, hey, pay attention for a second, because of the simple fact that there's familiar imagery. You recognize it. So I make sure to put that logo there, not because I'm vain or because I think logos are cool, but because it's familiar imagery. And at the top, I put, you forgot to buy. And then I go in, I do a very simple pitch. Okay, a very simple pitch on why they don't want to make the mistake of not buying this. Okay, and this is the copy right here. It's very simple, and you can use this for e-com. And I used to use the same script for e-com, the same video style for e-com. But I say, hey, you forgot to buy product, so now I'm going to follow you around the internet forever until you buy. I'm being like a little funny with it, and then I tell them, if you want this, then you want killer ad copy, right? So for instance, give me an e-com product, Trevor.
Yeah, a solar charger. That was a really popular one that jammed. So a little better.
So a solar charger. So explain to me why someone would want a solar charger.
Preppers, if you get into like the passion groups, preppers want it. Most people like you and I will want it because our phones die. We can just throw it in the car. We don't have to worry about it being charged or not. It charges over time.
If you never want to have to worry about your phone dying while you're hunting, hiking, fishing, or whatever, then you need the X solar charger. The X solar charger will keep your phone charged anywhere, even if there's not an outlet within 1,000 miles. Just pop it on the top of your car and plug it in, whatever. So that would be like right here in short. And then in between, you put finish your purchase here. Okay. Just put it on your car and boom, your phone is charged. Now I always say, finish your purchase now before I raise the price. And then I dare them. I say, I'm not kidding. I dare you to wait on the page and see what happens when the timer expires. Go on. I dare you. So I give them a dare. Cause now they're like, oh shit, is this guy serious? And then finish your purchase here. And when they click on, now this is key. Okay. So when they click on this link, it does not take them back to the same page that they originally tried to check out on. Because if they go there, it's going to be expired, right? Because we're using these timers and click flows. So I'm going to send people to an expired page. That makes no sense. So I create a whole nother page. Let me just show you here. I create a whole nother page. Hold on, where's that? So I create a whole nother page, and it's right here. It's called retarget. And as you can see, it says KAC discount. All right. And when they click on this page, it starts at 32 minutes. Okay. Which there's no really rhyme or reason to that. I just gave them a little extra time because I figure if I'm retargeting, give them a little extra time to think about it. Don't pressure them, but still pressure them. So last chance, prices increases in. I give them 31 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing. I got to fix that. That's actually a ClickFunnels issue, but the offer is not running right now, so that's why I didn't fix it. But this should actually not show. Anyway, So if you look here, again, it all goes back to the timer. All right. Now, if we look at our stats here in ClickFunnels, and it hasn't had a lot of traffic because the offer's not running. I probably should rerun this offer though. It's been a while. So we'll just go back. I don't know. I don't even remember when I ran this offer. Okay, so look at the retarget. You'll notice that we had a 7.41 sales rate. So if I send 100 people click, 7 to 8 of them are buying. Okay. And again, this was more about what they're going to buy in the future, but still very profitable. Okay. Now on the original page, look at this, 42.83% sales rate.
Yeah. That's
okay. That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So basically the stragglers here, and still there's 7.41 is super respectable as well. But the point is that this promotion right here, I did $10,528 off of it, and over, as you saw, 12 grand in additional sales from other products. And I actually did not run. I emailed my list once, and then I ran a retargeting ad. So
a couple things about this real quick, just for everyone watching. So you took something that you already had. You didn't create a separate product for this. This was you reusing product from a live event, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it was just I'm sorry?
So for e-com, that would be something like you've got returns, you've got an excess of inventory, you reuse what you already have. The total amount of time that it took you to make these funnels and the funnel steps and everything like that, what would you say? A couple hours?
Oh, this funnel? Maybe an hour.
And then you spent $135, and all in all, you made around 23 grand with this whole campaign.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm the Facebook ads guy. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. But it's not, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not really the Facebook ads. It's everything else, in unison and working in perfect order. And it's the copy. It's the little things like the fact that, this really stands out to them. It grabs their eye. It's the familiar imagery. Okay. Just to give you an idea. Here, let me turn this up. Hey, listen, you. The reason you are seeing this ad is because you almost bought killer ad copy, but you left the checkout page. Listen, you don't want to make that mistake. I taught this system at AdCon, the #1 event for growing your business with Facebook. And then I just go into basically a longer version of my copy. Okay. And all this was I did, last year I did my event AdCon 2017. We're doing it again this year in February. And one of the segments I taught was how to create killer ad copy. A quick system for all your ad copy, no matter what you sell, plug and play, fill in the blank. And so I just took that one little sliver of the event and I made it this. But even if you're not, I will tell you this. Let me see if I can show you something here. This is an old account, but okay. So I just want to show you something right here. If you notice, this right here, let me show you some, let me see here. So this is a cold ad, a cold campaign, 4,500 spent, 11,000 or 12,000 made here, 9,000 made here. So pretty profitable, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Pretty, decently profitable. But let's see, where's it at here? Retarget. Hold on, where's my? TH1. I'm missing some campaigns here. Hold on. Let me show you. This other account is no longer. Oh wait, is that it? No, this other account's no longer active. But let me just show you. Let me give you an idea of the power of retargeting. Was it this one? Maybe this is an old account too. Facebook doesn't like it when you make money. Yeah, let me. All right, I think this one will be the one to really show you. Okay, here we go. So, cold webinar. I spent $15,000 on this campaign, made $62,000, plus another $4,000. So that's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This retargeting campaign, I spent $11,000, and I made $300,000 here, and another $5,000 here. Okay. All right.
Yeah, way better.
For another retargeting campaign, $4,500 here, $128,000 here. Okay. $1,800 here, $50,000 here. I mean, this is, $3,000, $3,800 here, $54,000 here. Retargeting is where you make your money, because people don't just buy. All right. So if I were to tell you, I always liken it because I like people to remember shit. So if I were to say, I'm going to walk into a bar and I'm going to walk up to some woman at the bar and just whip it out and say, hey, will you go home with me? What's she going to say?
No.
Among other things. But if I buy her a drink first and we have a chat and, hey, maybe I go out on a few dates with her, much, much higher chance of something happening. Maybe you find you're the love of your life, whatever. But the point is that you can't just throw one ad up dead cold and say, hey, hi, buy my shit. You don't know me, but buy my stuff, and expect that to work. It's not gonna. However, if you throw that out there and then you hit them with retargeting campaigns and you show them what, like for instance, let's say you did a campaign where you showed how cool something was. And so people that visited the checkout page but didn't buy, or watched it but didn't buy, you made, say, 4 other videos showing that particular product in 4 different applications, and you retargeted those people with those different applications of how to use that product, like your solar charger, right? I mean, couldn't you show how to use that for a variety of different applications?
Absolutely.
Right. So boom. All right. And that's how I make my money. That's how I make, 30x ROI and stuff. So let me show you a current account I have going. Now I'm crushing it right now with Instagram ads. It's almost doing as good as my damn retargeting, but on Instagram. So even so, I spent 3,200. Let me bring spent 3,200. And I did 11,964. Respectable, right? Mm-hmm. Respectable.
For sure.
But look what I did with my retargeting. Okay. So this retargeting here, I spent $242 and I made $2,000. Not bad. But look at this. $225 and I made almost $19,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you think you should be really putting your focus? Just in cold ads, or you think you should be taking some serious focus and some serious care and brush strokes to retargeting? Okay, retargeting is where the money's at, and a lot of people, oh yeah, I retarget. No, you don't. You think you throw up an abandoned cart ad and that's retargeting? No, it's not. There's a fucking art to retargeting. Okay, and everything I've showed you with the colors and the familiar imagery and how to say it, that all combines into massive ROI. There's zero reason that this doesn't work for e-com, for service-based business, for online courses. I mean, that's what I sell right now for. That's what I am crushing it right now in is online courses. But just to give you an example of an ad, okay, for this, I mean, all I did here, Okay, it's not showing for some weird reason. That's odd. Hold on. Go up to here. That's weird. Hold on. Send a notification to. Facebook been glitchy for you in the past week?
Yeah, man, it's been pretty crazy for me as well, and a lot of people in our Facebook course. So it like seems to come in ebbs and flows and cycles.
Yeah, man. Like weird stuff like this happens. Like it'll say like, the post doesn't exist or some weird crap. That's odd. That's really weird. Well, anyway, it's all it was a basically it was a video of me with a black background, just me, and I'm just saying, hey, listen, you checked out my course. It's an awesome course. I have a ton of success stories. Blah 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 blah. I'd like you to reconsider. Very genuine, just a very very genuine sort of ad. Okay. And it does very, very well. So you can do that same thing with e-commerce. You just got to put in the work and put in the time. Now, to give you an example of one of my e-com things that I had going on, which I haven't even I sold this company. So I don't even know what's going on with them, but I guess they left me as an admin. But let me find it right here. Okay, so this right here, basically, I would run, and this was right before, this was a page post, but I would run them as dark posts, so that you had like the link, because
right, yeah.
That's why this one only has like 3.6 or 3,600 views, because I did the one that had the most views was the actual Facebook ad with the link. But anyway, I would make these funny videos and I retarget and bring them back to my Shopify site. So I go,
this is Dan, and this is his girlfriend, who he loves very much. But there is a disturbance in the force, as Dan is not getting any Wookiee tonight. Dan has no idea what he did wrong, and she's not about to tell him as usual. There's only one thing to do. He must show her that she's the best girlfriend in the galaxy. But how? Got it. By getting her a Best Girlfriend in the Galaxy t-shirt, of course, available through dorktees.com. Looks like Dan may be out of the doghouse. Dan knows his girlfriend loves soft, and Dork Tees are the softest shirts in the galaxy. Looks like Dan can use his lightsaber again. Want to get your girlfriend a Best Girlfriend in the Click the link included with this video to get 10% off this Best Girlfriend in the Galaxy t-shirt from dorktees.com. Plus, we'll send you a catalog of our best-selling t-shirts. Is your girlfriend the best girlfriend in the galaxy? Or is she just another rebel scum?
So do you have a system that you follow each time with your retargeting, or do you do it off the cuff? Like, do you have a blueprint, some sort of mind map?
Well, yeah. So, okay. So first of all, I just want to tell you one thing about that ad. As fun as that ad was to do, it took a lot of time and effort, clearly. And honestly, I've had ads convert just as good, actually better, that were just like iPhone ads of me showing the t-shirt, and it took like 10 minutes. Okay. So
Gotcha.
don't think
videos.
Yeah, don't think that you have to do a full-fledged production. I'm just a video geek. So, but anyway, so for the retargeting, what I like to do, I wish I could say there's a formula, and there is, depending on what you're selling. So for instance, I like to hit up, this probably isn't relevant to e-commerce, but in online courses, I hit up what I call every conceivable scenario. And basically what I do is, okay, so if you how do I put this? Let's say somebody watches a webinar, right? And let's say somebody shares that webinar. If you're running enough traffic and people share the webinar, what do they share? Do they share the registration page, or do they share the live webinar page or the replay page? What do they share with their friends?
The webinar page.
Yeah, they don't share the registration page, right?
Right.
Because they're terrible people. No. So what ends up happening is over time and very quickly, you get a large audience of people who are not on your list, who never opted in, who just saw your webinar. So what I do is I run retargeting ads specifically for that scenario. And there are so many scenarios just like this I'm just giving you one, but I'll say, I'll get on camera or whatever. And I'll say, hey, I noticed you watched my webinar, but you never registered for it. Somebody shared it with you. That's okay. If you go ahead and you register for it now, I'll give you this free thing. So basically, now I get them to register. And now I get them on my list. They get my follow-up emails. They get all my regular retargeting. And I'll get like 30, 35x ROI out of that ad spend. Because it's money on the table and you're just not picking it up. These people have already seen your webinar. They're just not getting followed up with. And
That's
people
awesome.
don't even realize. Yeah. So applying that to e-commerce, basically you could sort of flip that, and your solar charger thing, right? Name 4 applications. So you're out hunting and you need to, so I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm out in the woods. I got my gun. In fact, here you go. So I got my gun right here. And I won't take it out. I know some people get freaked out by guns, but I got my gun and I'm hunting, right? I wouldn't hunt with a 357, but I'm hunting, and I take my phone and I go like this. I go, hey, you know why I'm able to make this video right now where I'm out in the middle of the woods hunting for deer? Because I'm using my solar charger. All I'm doing is I put it on top of my hat with Velcro. It's hooked on my phone, and as I go through the forest, it charges it. Now, I noticed that you checked out our page for it, and I don't think you realize how many applications there are for it. So you definitely need to get one before they're sold out, before we increase the price. So, click the link included with this video and make sure you grab one, right? And you upload that to your Facebook ads assets, so that you can run it as an ad. And boom, there's your retargeting ad. And let's say there's another application, you do the same thing. There's another application, you do the same thing. Okay, maybe it's not just hunting. Maybe it's, I don't know, skiing, or maybe it's being out on the boat or something, or on your jet ski. I just got off the jet ski right before we did our thing, and I'm thinking, actually I have one. I have because I don't know if you know about jet skis, Trevor. I'm sure you do, but do you know if you don't run them things like every couple of days, the battery dies?
Yeah, I do know.
Right. So I actually have this solar thing. It hooks up to the battery, and you just hang it over the top of your jet ski. And while it's sitting out there on the lift or wherever it's sitting, it continuously trickle charges the jet ski. So I might take my phone, and I feel like you're going to hit me up for a retargeting ad. I might take my phone and be like, you know why my jet ski never dies? Because these things die. It's because of this. Okay, this solar charger thing, whatever it's called. I can not get on my jet ski for a month. As long as I hang this thing on the seat and have it plugged into the battery, boom, it trickle charges all day long, and my jet ski always fires up and the battery never dies. So if you haven't got yours yet, make sure you click the link in this video before the price goes up, because the price is going up soon. We're only at a special, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So, click here to get it. Right? So then you make another one for another application. So now some dude sees your initial ad and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't really need that. That's not that useful. The wife will bitch at me, so I'm not going to do it. Right? So then a day later, he sees you on a jet ski and he's like, I don't got a jet ski, but that's pretty cool. Then the next day he sees you hunting with the charger, and you're like, shit. You're like, I hunt. I like to hunt, and my phone always dies. That's pretty darn cool. So then the next day he sees you, I don't know, out on the boat or skiing. You're like, man, I like to ski. All right, fuck it. I'll click and buy one of these sons of bitches. Okay. All right. You see do you get what I'm saying?
Dude, I get it. And this is it. Like, this is the difference between a marketer and someone that's just playing around online. Like, I think that too many people, who make maybe less than 100 grand and think that they're real internet marketers online, they just kind of throw stuff against the wall. And they just, they just drive traffic once, and they don't intelligently think through all applications for what they're doing. And that is what a marketer does.
Yeah.
Is what you're talking about.
You mean?
Oh, dude, can you hear me? Was I breaking up?
No, I heard you, but I was saying, you said marketers that make under 100 grand. You mean 100 grand a month, right?
No, I'm saying those guys. I'm not referring to you. I'm saying internet marketers in general that make 0 to 100 grand. This is the difference.
A year or a month.
Guys and the actual internet marketers that take off. It's the fact that you don't just throw, a few ads up, have one friend an offer, and then never try to maximize that initial traffic. This is
right, that's my point. That's the difference between making 100 grand a year and going, oh, I'm a marketer, I make 100 grand a year, and making some tweaks like this and making 100 grand a month. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's not button pushing. Like, all right. I'm not blasting nobody or anything like that. But one reason why, like, I came out of nowhere, like everybody and their brother has a Facebook ads course, right? I mean, and some people teach different things. Like, I don't teach e-commerce specifically. I teach agency and like online courses. That's kind of what I teach. So I don't really dip my hand in the e-com game because I'm just not active in it. So why am I going to teach it? Yeah. But the bottom line is this: is my course sold so fast because I did something very distinctly differently, and my ads do so well because I do one thing very distinctly differently, and that is this: I'm not a fucking button jockey. Okay, you got all these guys out here that whether it's free content, whether it's paid content, and they're like, oh, this is how you create a custom conversion, and this is how you do this lookalike audience stacking and blah blah blah, and that's all great information. It's really great information, but it's fucking button jockey. It's button pushing. Their brain is all in the dashboard. It's all in what happens in the Facebook ads dashboard and how can I use data, and that's all great. I use that too. I mean, you use data. You use data with audience insights. You use the tools that are given to you by Facebook ads to make decisions. And that's all fantastic. And I 100% condone all that. But the things that people forget are the artistic side of it. They forget the brushstrokes. They forget thinking of the things that Facebook's not going to tell you, that there's not a button for in the dashboard. Okay. And like you said, that's where you venture out of just being a Facebook advertiser and you venture into being a marketer. Okay. And when you combine those two things, that's where you're going to start making crazy ROIs, like 225 in and fucking 19 grand out. That's when you're going to start making that stuff, not just some trick you saw on a blog somewhere about excluding lookalike audiences or something. But I will give you one tip that I've done, and it's amazing. And you ready for a super golden nugget?
You're ready for it, man.
Okay. So here's what you do. You know how when you have a lot of people that have purchased a product and you create a custom conversion for that, and from that custom conversion, you can create a 1% lookalike audience.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you take that lookalike audience and you target those people. You exclude people that have already bought clearly. And and it works well. So here's what I do. First, I'll tell you what I do, and then I'll tell you how you can apply it to e-commerce. So what I do, and this helps me this limits my negative feedback on my ads, negative comments, all that, is I take my actual email list, okay? And then I take my list of purchasers. So I've got like 2,000 people that have bought my course. So I upload that to Facebook. I make a
custom audience.
Custom audience, boom, target those people, right? Then what I do is I download my email list, my regular email list, and I delete everything but the unsubscribers. So I create a CSV of all my unsubscribers. And then I take that and upload it, and I create a template of that. And then you know what I do? When I target cold, I target people of my purchaser lookalike audience, and I exclude people that are similar to my unsubscribe lookalike audience.
That's interesting, man.
Okay.
So what are you seeing results from that?
Amazing. I get very lower cost leads, better ROI on cold. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Instagram. This is an Instagram ad. 3,200 in, 11,964 out. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, you know, what more do you want? Okay. And that's dead cold.
So
that's
you literally
dead
create an LLA of your unsubscribers and exclude those people from your potential lists or from your targeting.
Yep. So let me see. Let me see if I can. Pretty sure I did it on this one. Or was it just the Instagram ad? Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, there's an, see, look at this. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so look, here's my lookalike audience for my students, which means people who bought. I exclude my FAFE students, which is Facebook or Funnels and Ads for Entrepreneurs. So I exclude because they already bought. I exclude my unsubscribers because fuck them. I exclude, again, my students through Pixel. So I exclude twice, by Pixel and by email, because some people use a different email to buy, so I don't want to bother them.
Yeah.
And I exclude, oh yeah, so that's all the same, right? So then what I do is, hold on, where's it at here? Maybe I did it on this ad. I just started playing with this, okay? I think it's this one maybe.
And so do you have a way to make these lists evergreen, or do you got to upload them like every couple of weeks?
I don't necessarily do it. No, I mean, you know, I don't, I don't upload them every couple of weeks. I probably should. I'm fucking lazy. But I just started doing this. But yeah, so I'll do it like probably once a month. Okay. But I exclude the unsubscribers lookalike audience. And something's being weird in my account, but let me show you in the audiences. I think Facebook's having a seizure right now because I'm missing stuff in my dashboard. So where's it at here? Okay, there it is. So look at that. So lookalike unsubscribers, size of 2 million. Okay. For some reason it wasn't showing in my ad set, but so I remove both I got 4,000 unsubscribers. So I'm basing my lookalike off of 4,000. So it's pretty accurate. So I removed that. And that's it, you know. I don't know why.
So you've noticed a tangible difference in your negative feedback on your ads.
Yes, I have.
That's awesome, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just in general I'm sorry about that beeping. Hold on.
No worries, man.
There we go. I just bought this house and this guy left this like crazy space age LED lamp, and every day at 6:30 it beeps. So, but I'd show you some more stuff, but for some reason my ad account is being super weird right now. It was last week too. Do you remember where you couldn't edit your audiences last week?
Yeah, well, I had whole ads that just wouldn't show.
Yeah, exactly. So I would show. I promise you, the lookalike audience is in all of those ad sets. At least it better be because I put it in there. But it has been working because I started this whole account. I've been doing that. But now how you can do with e-com is this: you can make a lookalike audience of refunds.
Yeah, that's money, man.
Okay, refunds. Okay, and you put that. Okay, you put that in, and you exclude that and experiment with that, and you could crush it.
That's solid. That is really good, dude. How can people contact you if they want to reach out after this?
If you go to DanHenry.org, I usually have some fucking opt-in probably, but if you go to DanHenry.org, and I'll just show you the site so that you you don't go to danhenry.com and miss it. But basically, on here I have my story, and it really breaks down how I went from delivering pizzas to one of the fastest growing internet marketers in the world, my whole story. And I actually have to update it because I got to put in pictures of the house here, because that definitely needs to go in my story. My story is always changing because I'm always achieving heights, and I can't rewrite the damn about page fast enough. So, but anyway, so yeah, you can just go to danhenry.org. I have some cool training, but I don't currently have anything specifically for e-commerce. Otherwise, I'd drop a link for that, but I don't have anything specifically for e-commerce. But
So you have
I did e-commerce.
though?
I'm sorry?
You have a podcast though.
I'm launching a podcast called the Savage Marketing Podcast. And that'll be up at savagemarketer.com probably within the next week. So, you could definitely check that out. And 100% no bullshit, actionable, very short, like 10, 13-minute podcast episodes that'll be up. And I'll probably share some of the stuff I talked about today on there as well.
Dude, Dan, this was highly, highly valuable. And the reason why it was valuable is because as we chat with people, a lot of people just talk about kind of intangible theories, and they talk about what could happen, and talk about it in brevity.
I like to talk about what did happen.
An overview. Yeah, exactly. And so this is incredible. There's real applications to this. And it's funny because in my groups right now, I'm really hitting on this aspect of intelligent retargeting. I don't know if you watched that episode that Russell put out, but he talked about when I brought up page load speed and then retargeting. Most people don't even know what your offer is because 68% internet wide bounce before the page loads. And then what most internet marketers do is they just are like, oh, they didn't buy, hit them with the same thing and just keep. And real world sales, if you weren't going to buy that house, a good real estate agent wouldn't just start over with the same pitch with you. And you don't buy the same pitch, just showing you.
Yeah, exactly.
How the real world works.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I was telling you the different applications.
Yeah, the hunter, the jet ski, all that stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so intelligent remarketing, that's the key, where you segment based on user behavior. And then you, just like in the real world, if I'm buying a car and they can see that my wife is asking about miles per gallon, they're going to overcome my objection based on the data that they have. And
right.
We can do that online. And most people just keep bashing their head against it. Show them the ad again. And it's not solving the objection. And even worse is when
I prefer to call it savage retargeting. That's my little coined phrase for it.
Nice, dude. Well, here's my coin phrase, and I just tried to find it today, dude. And it's like, don't be a marketer, be a remarketer. Because, I was literally trying to find that online. Remarketer.com, it's all been taken. But that's the thing is I see these people who they don't buy initially, and so they just retarget to people. Dude, 3/4 of them don't know what the front end offer was because their page took 45 seconds to load. Now they're offering them a 10% discount, a 15% discount. They don't even know what that discount's for. And so the thing is that to really analyze that's how you take it to the next step. That's how you actually retire from your day job and move online, is by looking at it. And it's funny, we say outside the box, it should be in the box, because in the real world, this is how we communicate. You want to go out with your buddies, at night, they say no. You don't just say the same thing to them. You find out why they don't want to, and then we can do that online. The best part is you can automate it online so that it happens.
You can definitely practice that in marriage.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Dude, man, it's been incredible. Thank you so much. We're going to link below to you. And find him, danhenry.org. Do you still have a Facebook page, or did Facebook kibosh that?
Yeah, Dan Henry,
Okay, gotcha. I thought Facebook I thought they had taken that away or something like that.
No, I got my account back and everything. Actually, it was, what I did? It was funny. I contacted every 7 and 8 figure marketer I could when my account got shut down, and I figured out how to get it back. And then I helped a bunch of my students get theirs back, and I launched a product teaching you how to get it back. I did $10 grand in a day selling that.
Nice.
And people are already getting their ad accounts back. But the thing is, like, if you have like 5 or 6 that are shut down, you can't be greedy. You get one back and you stay compliant. Like, I've got like 4 or 5 that are shut down, but I got my one back. And, because see, the thing is, Facebook does not ban per se an account and then, oh yeah, you can try again. It used to be like that, but now they ban the user. Like, I actually started an account on my friend's business manager in her account. She started it, and just because I logged in, it got banned. Okay. Wow. But then I got that lifted.
Wow.
Yeah, I got that lifted. So yeah, if you need help with that, you can go to getaccountback.com. But
awesome.
So I've some pretty cool info on there. So.
All right, brother. Dude, thanks so much. Hey, which IC meeting are you going to be at?
Been real. Which what?
Which IC, internet or inner circle meeting are you going to be at? Do you know the dates? Did I lose you? I think I lost you.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it.
Oh, freak!
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to make it, honestly, because we're still dealing with this house moving in. We got this hurricane coming up. My wife told me she was pregnant today, so I'm like,
Congrats,
I don't know. I'll try to make one of them, but I did so much traveling recently that I'm so sick of traveling. So I really want to make it, but I can't make any promises.
Gotcha, man. Well, hey, be safe during the hurricane. And yeah, man, thank you so much for all that value. That was gold, and that was a gift to everyone watching. So thank you.
No problem, man. No problem.
All right. Chat soon, brother.